Welcome to the third episode, Mr. Drew Lovelace. Welcome to the show. Actually, first of all, I have some notes of my own. Don't breathe into the mic. No one wants to hear you breathing. Talk into the mic. There's no need to yell. We can all hear you. And talk into the mic because there's no need to yell because we can all hear you.
Thanks. Good to be here.
It's a hot mic. You got to talk into it.
Into the mic?
You got to lean
Like how close? This close or?
like right here. So, you
Right
know,
here.
you just casually talk.
Okay.
Just casually talk.
Well, if I spit into the mic,
Don't spit into the mic.
things might happen. You're not
So-
going to acknowledge the fact that I'm the commissioner?
I was
Or am
I
I
was
here
gonna
as
get
just
there.
solely an owner?
I was gonna get to that, but I
Or
had
should I sit here speaking as an owner, but then over here speaking
I can
as
get
a
another
commissioner?
chair.
It's too much work. I'm not doing a stop motion for you.
So
Hater.
is Ye gonna get your vote come
I don't
November?
know who I'm going to vote for.
So would you like to go over your draft grade? Apparently you were not pleased with the B- that I gave you and the A that Kyle gave you.
No, where are your overall rank?
I didn't
rank?
make
Your
rankings.
overall
It's right there.
grades.
That's my overall draft ranking.
No, I want everybody's.
Oh.
Like all 8. I'm coming after the process.
There you go.
Where
It's
Jesus.
mine's on
you
the
don't
top.
have like a single list?
No. Why would I do that? I had to make individual notes and jokes on each one.
Because I want an individual list. See, you gave everybody a B.
Yeah, what's
You
wrong
got-
with that? I gave Evan a D. I
A
threw
B
a B minus.
1, 2,
It's a B.
3, 4,
B.
5. 5 out of 8 teams have a B. Aren't draft grades supposed to say who did better than who?
We're like Antioch when we grade.
It's not even on a curve. It's like a participation trophy.
Okay, so what would you do? There's everyone's draft. Oh, I have everyone's draft on the bottom.
I mean,
of each paper.
I think draft grades are based on what you did with the capital available to you.
So you would give
in
yourself
improving
an
your
A
team.
plus because you made that trade with Coop.
Not necessarily.
If there's not a season, do you make that trade?
No. I don't make that the third round trade, and I pick Jordan Love. But it all comes down to, did you fill your needs appropriately?
Took a
Coupled
running
with
back.
with the quarterback trades, like that's hurting your draft. But you just like you reluctantly accepted Justin Herbert in the trade, essentially.
Well, yes, but because I knew you weren't going to give me 1-4, and I wasn't going to give up a whole hell of a lot to get 1-4.
Well,
I was hoping
you could have gotten a different quarterback a different way,
like
and
how-
not settled
just
on
waited.
Herbert.
Well, I mean, I guess
Not necessarily in the draft
we're-
either.
We're working with Herbert. Herbert might be the guy. He might not be the guy.
Josh should have taken a running back at number 2.
Well, yeah.
That's why I traded him number 2 instead of number 1.
Because he wasn't going to take Clyde.
Yeah, because it guard against shenanigans.
He was awfully butthurt when he found out that you were going to trade number 1 to Brandon.
I think Brandon picking DeAndre Swift was just to spite people.
Why? I think Brandon just did
Because
that
I think he thought one of us or Kyle wanted him.
I wanted JK the whole time. Well, other than Burrow, but
I didn't really want Cam Akers. I wanted a different running back, but here we are.
see, and that's what I did with Herbert. And now we're gonna watch. We're gonna either be a Chargers
But it's
fan,
not that I don't want him. I needed a running back, and
and I needed a
fills the need.
quarterback.
Herbert was questionable. Could have gotten Rager or Higgins there, Dan.
I'm done with Philly.
Whatever you say. got burned by Whitesnake.
I want to pick Whitesnake up, actually. I should have drafted him. He needed a second chance.
Josh is rolling the dice at 3-1 with Keyshawn Vaughn. I don't think I have any good jokes about Josh.
For this to be a better show, I need to come up with like some pretty good jokes, but that like just takes too much. I'll let
Really, after the third round, I stopped caring about the draft because I didn't have any picks.
Good thing Brandon took the 49ers.
Yeah, I think Brandon just drafts out of spite. I think he took Swift because he thought someone else wanted him. Because after the draft, he asked me something like, "Oh, if Swift is there, would you have taken him?" Like, I kind of sensed some regret in his question.
This is also the person that was drunk by 2 o'clock and wasn't speaking to anyone.
I mean, had that on Big Job.
That 40.
But yeah, I think that's what led to Brandon picking Dylan and Love there. That I was hoping Love would make it there to 4-1, but Hayden Hurst is going to be a solid pick. I'll let you in on a little secret. Ravens know how to draft tight ends. Darren Waller went through there. You got Mark Andrews. Hayden Hurst as well. Just odd man out.
Well, there's not going to be a season.
Well, poised for the future. Emmanuel Sanders is a solid pick at 4-6.
I mean, we'd like to welcome him back to the Porta-John organization, but I wasn't going to go out of my way to get him. Where'd you take him?
4-6.
Oh.
I probably would have taken Jalen Hurts there if Evan didn't take him at 4-5. Part of the draft I failed was not getting any good taxi players.
Who are your taxi players?
Adam Troutman and Reggie Begelton. Old Bagel Man's
Who are
coming
they?
up. Bagel Man's coming over from the CFL
Oh.
on the Packers. Now, Adam Troutman's the tight end from Dayton.
Oh. Yeah, but you don't have Albert O, the fastest one. I don't even know how to say his last name.
He plays for Denver.
Yeah, but, they might run a strong 2 tight end system.
Along with their 3 receivers. At 4-3, you got Antonio number 2. Connor getting Antonio number 3 at 4-8. He's got all the Antonios.
He didn't answer last night.
Yeah. What's with all the Antonios?
He's not watching this. But what if I edit it all up to make you say, like, one long sentence that's very vulgar? I took the time and broke down every syllable, and you're just like...
I'll get my lawyer.
I'll get my lawyer. My lawyer's a fan of this show.
Well...
Probably because he's lost his mind in law school.
We'll see you in court.
Yep. Hear that, Mitch? If you're even watching. Hey, can you grab me a claw?
You say paw or claw?
Oh, wait, I do have a paw in there. Grab me a paw. Well, supporting Columbus in their seltzer drink.
My problem with the power rankings was Kyle saying like the bottom 4 is a toss-up. I agree with that. But putting Juice at number 5 I have a problem with. He did nothing to improve his team this offseason. Not necessarily saying I shouldn't be 8th, but I have a problem with him being number 5.
Or I almost just gave you this one so you could just talk into it like this. But I don't want
Well, you need like a network logo to put on it.
I need a name.
I don't know why you don't call the studio the train station.
Oh,
Like that just writes itself.
Train Station Studios. I'm very self-conscious about the way
Like not
I
even
say my
necessarily,
S's.
not even like a formal name, but just the
train
casual
station.
name. Yeah, it's like, oh, welcome to the train station.
Welcome to the train station.
Ben Jefferson might be the steal of the draft. 6'2". Second round talent going that late.
Where'd you go to college?
Florida? Is that
I
guy?
really don't know.
There's some receiver from Florida. I think that's him. Josh taking P. Ryan's brother or cousin or whoever.
I remember when
You
Brand...
taking Eason over him?
He's the future in Indy. Phillip Rivers is going to get accustomed to that Midwest lifestyle. All 12 of his kids are going to want dad around more. Jacob Eason's just going to slowly...
Frankly, Connor should have taken him instead of either of the Antonios. Connor goes down the board for these lottery tickets, and they don't pay off.
I wish he would come over here and... he is awfully proud of his team.
Well, I mean, that's all he has. Like, it's funny that his fantasy success is relying on the Jets. He doesn't want to admit it that
That's why...
Darnold's awful. And he only has 3 quarterbacks, and if there is a season, he doesn't have a quarterback for week 11.
Is that when you play him?
No, Goop plays him.
That's a crucial point in the season.
That might be an easy W that Connor needs, and he's stubborn enough to roll with no quarterback or whatever shit's on the wire, which I don't think is like anything. Maybe if Tyrod's or Tyrod's still starting, then maybe I think he's available, or Fitzpatrick. I would like to mention that, for the record, the Eli Manning trade is what kicked off my rebuild. That's what spurred it.
What was the Eli Manning trade?
It turned into something like both Eli Manning and Matt Ryan finishing as top
Oh, I have the video.
15,
right
13, 16, whatever. Yeah.
I found the video the other
Pause and splice it into the video. You got to pause and introduce the video.
What?
Cut to the clip.
More than 10 games, the bet is full.
No injury. Injury or benching. You said 10 starts.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. I'll take that.
10
I like the language.
minimum 10 starts, total points, finishing top. Both of them is top 13.
Top 13, though. That's a big jump from top 15.
See, now that when we're about to shape it, I establish what we're shaping.
I don't like top 13.
I know you want to make the bet, but I also know you're looking for a way out, so I'm not going to put it in.
No. 8 starts, top 15.
I'll give you 14 starts in top 13. 13 and 13. 13 starts, top 13.
13 starts.
Yes.
Done.
And both of them finished
Done.
top 13.
Done.
So,
13 starts.
But the fact that I got a first-round pick for free out of that made it an easier decision to make the trade with Evan when he came knocking. And also, for the record, I saw an early Andrew Luck retirement coming.
I did too.
Certainly not that off season, but like Yeah, he's only got a couple years left.
Not to say that he wasn't good. He's smart too. Like, he's not gonna stick around and get the shit beat out of him. Layla, you know, if you could move,
that was the
would be
first
great.
of many Mensa moves.
And then Cam
You
and
should
AJ?
have a printout of all my trades.
I should. Or you could have just brought it to the table and be like, all right, well, this is what I did, and this is where I started with. Well, actually, if I was a good journalist, I would have done that.
Yeah. Try to get me.
The fact that you hit on James Conner, Andrew Luck, Cam, and AJ Green is pretty impressive.
It's more impressive that I was able to offload Cam and AJ to Coop and get something that like I was pleased with. So that offer from Josh to move down, I think, and pick up a 2022nd in the process. That made it pretty easy for me to make that trade with Evan. Andrew Luck, James Conner for Jimmy Garoppolo, Michael Gallup, Austin Hooper, a 2020 first and second, 21 first and second, and 2019 second. And there's also I gave him a first for as well in there or something.
And I would say you won that trade. Evan just keeps trading away.
But then, the following trade was with Josh. Another one.
Did
with
both of those happen on the day of the draft?
The Garoppolo trade was June 24th. The one with Josh was July 26th. No.
But are you talking about the DeAndre Hopkins trade?
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Oh.
The next one was Devontae Freeman for 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
2 in 2019
I wonder how
and 1 in 21.
You're not clipping, so we're good.
Which then, the pick acquired. Wait, no. Wrong draft. Then it was Cam Newton, AJ Green for a first and a second. And Jalen Samuels, which helped me get Evan Engram back. Page 3. Let's see. Hustled Josh for Kalen Ballage. Move up in the draft for nothing. Hustled Brandon for Andy Isabella. Dodge that bullet.
Connor said he was going to drop him last night.
I mean, I drafted him in the second, turned around, got 2 seconds for him, so.
That's why Brandon doesn't trade anymore.
Heat of the moment.
That's
why we need these destination drafts, because it confines us to only doing fantasy football at that time. That was like a morning after.
Yeah, the whole time.
It's easier to keep people's attention and trick them.
I didn't really trick Kyle, but I gave him Robert Woods, and he gave me a second, and then I took Hollywood.
It's not bad. That's a pretty fair trade.
Okay, so I took Hollywood and Whitesnake back to back, and I was definitely going to take Hollywood, but I was really wanting Whitesnake, so I can't say that I would have done Hollywood first, instantly if I didn't have back-to-back picks, but I did make that trade.
Then comes Josh's blunder of acquiring DeAndre Hopkins.
3 firsts?
3 firsts, which turned out to be 1-1 and then 1-7.
That would have been.
And then also just a 21 first and a 22 second. Josh could have had his boy Tua and a running back or someone else. Or
Now I got
Or
DeAndre Hopkins.
take Tua at 1.7.
I mean, Tua would have been there at 1.7.
Yeah. It pained me to get rid of my boy Nuke.
Did you draft him? Was
Yeah,
on the
he was an
original
OG.
team?
Pained me to get rid of him. But
Russell Wilson.
that price was too good.
Because everyone else is young.
this brings me to another point. Josh thinks that the price he paid for DeAndre Hopkins is like a market rate. No one else is going to pay anywhere close to that price.
How old was DeAndre when he did that?
I think it was last
Last year?
off season.
27, 26.
Like in an 8-man league, no one player is worth three firsts and a second.
I agree.
You got Hustle Josh.
I don't know if I'm doing that for Mahomes right now. No, I'm not doing that for Mahomes right now. Well, I don't need a quarterback, but
I'm not trading him. It's too much. Then it's too much hassle. Of like, yeah, I got a lot of assets, and now what do I do? I'm already in a pickle.
because you have too many picks,
Yeah, I have too much talent.
everyone's over.
And what Josh thinks is going to happen is, I'm just going to cut these guys. But no, I'm going to keep trading. Even if I don't get as much as I want, I know where the player's going. I'm getting some value. That might be selling pennies on the dollar, or maybe a return on investment. Who knows? Josh thinks he's outsmarting me. He's going to pick up these scraps.
Josh thinks he's outsmarted everyone in the league.
Like that's why I was willing to trade 1-2 to him, is because regardless of how good Tua is, it's gonna wreck his team. Just still not having first and second round picks for multiple years. Plus it lets me load up.
He said on his episode, I don't need teams, or I don't need picks. Have you seen my team?
I've seen his bench. Ugh. Well, he's got Darius Geis waiting for his knees to explode. Damian Williams waiting to get benched. Devontae Freeman waiting to get signed. And probably no one else of note. I mean, you said it yourself, he's Mr. Alvin Kamara. Or
No, Alvin McCaffrey.
Alvin McCaffrey. Yeah.
So, there's no season. How are we going to do draft picks? Because I'll run a half marathon for the first overall pick.
The punishment is not tied to receiving 1-1. If we're not crowning a champion, there's no punishment. Your payment as champion is
Okay,
analogous to the punishment.
I will agree with that. But how are we going to go? How are we going to do the picks? Because Josh mentioned drawing names from a hat to get your picks, and I thought that was silly.
I mean, even though I have the greatest chance to get the top picks in a lottery system, I don't like it. Brandon constantly putting it off. That's a different story. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have taxi squads.
That's true. And I like that. And I like the two. Two taxi squad. It's perfect. Even though I had Kiki for 2 years on my taxi squad, and then I just cut him. A transgender man today. Because of internet backlash. She backed out of the role.
Yep. Give it to someone of the community then?
I don't know, probably. But who decided to go to Halle Berry first? Like, you know
I don't know.
what this role needs? Catwoman.
The only other note I have that we haven't covered is the fact that I hustled you for James Washington.
You gave me my pick back. It all came back around full circle, and I basically gave you Carson Wentz and a second.
Well, where did that third go?
You were going to drop James Washington, weren't you?
Oh, 100%. Like, the next week.
Or that trade with Coop for Boston Scott. And then I didn't realize that I had too many players and still needed to drop him.
Yeah. That was an awful trade.
I want Boston Scott.
Then why didn't you draft him again?
Because I didn't want to draft him. I'd rather take a chance on a rookie and pick him up in the free agency.
But then you already tried to cut DJ Dallas.
Because I wanted a defense, because I was hoping there was going to be a season. I'm glad you didn't let me do it.
You got hustled paying for someone I was going to cut.
Well, I wanted him. No one ever trades, and then finally...
No one ever trades. I'm open for business all the time.
I think that's what I'm going to take away from this offseason. Is like when it gets close to cutting time, you don't need to trade. Unless I'm trying to dump picks, which I'm trying.
But at the same time, gotta go get your guy.
Yeah, James. Yeah, I wanted him. Hope you enjoy Carson Wentz.
I mean, I got 5 quarterbacks. We'll be all right.
Why did you even want Carson Wentz?
You build around quarterbacks, Dan.
I'm trying to do that, but I don't have good quarterbacks to build around. I have Russell Wilson and Watson.
That's why you got to draft and trade better.
Yeah, I took Josh Rosen. The last 3 years or so, I've just swung and missed on quarterbacks drafting.
I mean, I'm not claiming I saw Patrick Mahomes' ascension, but
I took Wentz.
the fact that he was sitting there that late and was drafted, the Chiefs moved up to draft him. Andy Reid's a lot smarter than I am. Connor drafted Jacquizz Rodgers right ahead of him. Preceded by Deshaun Kaiser by Brandon. Video quality looks a lot better on YouTube than it does on your screen there.
I know. And it's still 720. It's not even 1080. You can't upload it as anything other than 720.
This looks like 480 or 360 or something. If you need to fill dead air. What qualifies a fruit-flavored Mentos as a mint? Sweet Tarts and Mentos road trip snacks. No, but they're placed up there in the mint section of the candy aisle of gas stations. Other than them calling themselves the fruit flavored mint or the chewy mint. No, nothing mint about it.
I don't have these answers. I'll have to do my mint homework. I don't think you're going to eat a 72-ounce steak.
Oh, hell no.
I think
hell
I
no.
could. If I starve myself.
That's like a 4-pound steak. What, 72 divided by 16? 4.5-pound steak. Uncooked.
I mean, it's cooked.
In an hour.
You just got to break it at house. Oh, that's probably half a pound.
No, I mean, the challenge is you eat it in an hour and it's free.
Yeah. I think I could do it. How much is that? It's probably like $30.
Probably. Oh shit! It's probably a lot more than that. It's probably. Well, although down in Texas, beef's cheap.
Yeah, there's so
I don't
much.
know. Oh shit! And it includes
Oh,
shrimp cocktail, baked potato. It's not just the steak.
See all the 72-ounce steak winners to present day. They're so. You can click on. You could get your picture on the Big Texan website. Why would you? Oh, it's not a picture. Oh my God, there's a lot of people. 106 pages. Man, they were all about it in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I think it was misleading. So I thought it was going to give me only the 2020.
Oh my.
But it's like all time.
2/15/2020. Jonathan Gaines did it in 33 minutes and 47 seconds. He's 21-year-old man from Pennsylvania.
Shrimp
my
cocktail,
God.
a baked potato salad, a roll, butter, and the steak.
You have to eat that all?
Yeah. In an hour.
2/15/2020. Stephen Cathcart, 380 pound, 35-year-old.
Oh shit! It lists
light
people's
work.
weight.
Yeah, it says
Oh,
your
God.
weight. There's a 190-pound person, 170.
Like you probably got an old cattle scale back there.
Biggest. Oh my God, there's a 400. What?
You didn't start getting these super heavyweights until
11
until the
1,
turn of the
2019.
century.
Nicholas, I don't even know how to say that last name. From Texas. He ain't from Texas. He's 23. Oh my God, and he's 400 pounds. His comment was, "Let's get some ice cream."
Or I'll get it for takeout. And just film me trying to eat it over like 4 hours. Oh, $150. 72-ounce steak dinner takeout. So if I pound this away in my car, do I get my money back?
Before the
Or in the
time
RV.
starts, you will be allowed to cut into the steak and take one bite. If the steak tastes good and is cooked to your satisfaction, we will start the time upon your approval. Should you become ill, you lose. $72.
No, it's $150.
No, if you fail to complete the challenge, you must pay the full $72. It must be $150 for takeout. But why would they charge more for takeout?
I don't know. No spectacle in the restaurant.
No consumption or sharing of the leftovers is allowed in the restaurant once the contest is over. Why? You can't, like, let another... What's so great about this 72-ounce steak? You can't let someone try it?
It's probably just health code.
Good Lord. Have you seen the picture of it?
That's what I'm going to be eating Friday night, Dan. See,
I would love to do that.
fine. Let's see how much is a plane ticket from Amarillo to Dayton.
When are you going to Texas first?
Well, I mean, I'm going through there. That's should be having that 72-ounce steak dinner Friday night. That's my plan.
So
then that even gives you the whole weekend.
I can't just... My boss knows. I'm not going to be able to just be like, I need Wednesday and Thursday and Friday off.
It's just Thursday and Friday. Take Greyhound. We'd be in Amarillo Friday night. And then heading west Saturday morning.
It's $91 to fly back on Saturday.
There you go. Drop you off in the morning. All for to try to eat a 72-ounce steak.
I mean, it would be fun to ride.
Maybe see a
Ride
little
to
show
Texas.
maybe we'll see a little show in Branson.
I wouldn't change. I would just wear the same outfit
Oh,
the whole
I'm-
time, looking like.
I mean, I assume hygiene's gonna.
I'm a drifter at that
Yeah.
point. I need to get my cowboy hat so it's sweaty.
Yeah. Fends people off that.
At one point in the trip, I can say Amarillo by morning.
I mean, say by nightfall, Amarillo by nightfall.
So we would leave. You're planning on leaving when? Wednesday? Thursday.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
Thursday takes us to Branson, Missouri. So other side other side of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Friday takes us from there to Amarillo. And then from Amarillo, it's down in, I haven't planned this part out, but then it's down into New Mexico to go down to Roswell.
It's from Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Yeah. I don't know if it's wrong turn or left turn.
So you want to be in Albuquerque by... If I rode with you to Albuquerque. Sunday?
That'd be reasonable. So you missed the aliens.
Well, I'm trying to see the aliens. Yeah, that's pretty pricey. Why? I thought everything was cheap right now.
It's a weekend.
Oh, it's a weekend.
Is it worth it to go see some aliens?
No.
And a 72-ounce steak?
I mean, it's really upsetting that I can't go. I really want to go.
I mean, I don't
guess
think you're trying hard
I'm
enough.
sitting in a car the entire
We're
time.
going to do road trip shit. Stop by and see this world's largest rocking chair. There's plenty of shit to see along Route 66.
Texas is a fucking hot spot right now. Texas is on fire with Corona.
Texas is also a big state.
I think if it were different times, I'd go. But I'm really not trying to go to an airport. I have
Oh,
no
shit. Roswell's only 3.5 hours from Amarillo. That's a day trip. It's a shame you aren't going to see the trash can that little baby Joe Dirt was left in.
$287. Yeah, it's pricey. I don't think it's gonna happen.
What a shame.
Great opportunity. Big.
We could time it up to you fly out for my return leg, although then I'll be confined with your airplane COVID germs.
That's all you needed to say right there. Because I'm not trying to go to an airport. Airports were gross before there was a pandemic.
But they keep us secure.
I feel so safe. I don't feel safe using an airport bathroom. I mean, if Ye's on the ballot...
Well, no, that's... I don't necessarily trust Ye. Not him as a person, but he might be set up.
He might be. That's when he dies.
Can't trust anything these days.
No.
But you can trust the way of the road. I kind of want a CB.
A drifter. You should get a CB. I mean, it's probably... You can go to Walmart and get one for like $70 probably and install it.
I don't know CB protocol.
I don't know what... Well, you just ask for bears. I'm surprised Dinian doesn't have a CB in all of his cars. Just so you can communicate with the truckers.
I think you have a decent shot.
Should have won it
Josh doesn't have a lot of depth.
No.
I think Kyle's on the decline of his
I can't afford an injury.
of his peak.
If I have...
Connor doesn't have depth outside of receivers. I mean, I might sneak into the playoffs and
I think he might sneak into the playoffs.
see what happens from there.
Josh Allen, Matt Ryan, and Sam Darnold.
My third round trade with Coop was a move of this might get me into the playoffs, or at least keep me out of the gutter of having old Manny Sanders to contribute. Because that was my only motivation for making that trade out of the third was to try to get Jordan Love at 4-1 and then Emmanuel Sanders at 4-6. So I need both of them.
Said last night he's cutting Andy Isabella, so we'll just put an X right there.
Well, you need more than one guest.
Yeah.
If you aren't going to be the jab, then you got multiple people to jib jab it.
If Brandon and Evan can be on the show together, I will just toss things up.
Yeah,
let them...
you have to be. You can't just come on here and it be dead air, and rely on the guest to bring something up that You gotta have stuff to facilitate the conversation. If you're gonna use a handheld mic, you need the Bob Barker style.
I need to get the Michael Jackson or the Garth Brooks, whoever you want to support.
Phil Collins, he was a drummer.
Phil Collins was a drummer? Was he the drummer in Genesis? Is that why he has dun 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 dun?
You didn't know this?
Here.
You didn't know Phil Collins was a drummer?
I did not know Phil Collins was a drummer. I figured he was a... So there's this new, like, folk musician that I've discovered. And she's got a bunch of videos on YouTube, and, you know, she's got good songs. And I don't know her. She's from West Virginia. But I slid into her DMs today, and we've been chatting, and she just responded.
Oh. Thought you'd wear that jersey on here and trigger me or something.
I did.
Just gonna have to dub over me with. You're gonna have to make up the audio yourself.
I don't really plan for these things. I just figure
you should at least like a little bit more.
I figure if the conversation happens, then it happens. If it doesn't, it'll be a short episode.
Well, that's not a successful mindset. I mean, you're gonna have to have plan for the episodes where Connor's not gonna get past like a minute. Just leave his episode unedited, and just the whole time. So you have not sunk any time into it. Your only time is just messing with him to waste his time. Bug his house.
God only knows what we'll hear. I mean, I have a blackmail folder.
Oh, you call your inbox? That was a quality joke.
I wonder how much of my dryer is being picked up right now.
This might be unwatchable.
Might be unwatchable.
This whole rebuild I have, I guess after the first couple trades, very quickly turned into wrecking other teams and putting other teams at a grave disadvantage and reaping the benefits of that. Josh, gross disadvantage not having any picks. Doesn't have a lot of depth either. So, if he wins next year or two maybe, that's about it. He's not building any dynasty.
No, he is not.
Evan is screwed.
Yeah.
He's screwed, and he's just eating it, and kind of applaud him for that.
He's not.
He
thinks he's happy with.
I mean, he's Jeff Fisher that doesn't know he's going to get fired. He's content to just ride it out and wait till he has some more picks and limp along in the meantime. That
never compete.
Yeah, I mean, Coop kind of made some of the moves he had to make, but at the same time, he tried to tell me he didn't want AJ Green.
I know.
Even when he was hurt.
I mean, Gallup.
So he's easy to take
Debo,
advantage of.
Mecole, and Akil.
I got a lot of good players, but I don't necessarily have a lot of studs yet. That's what I'm waiting for. I need expected stud receivers. But at the same time, if I'm in the playoffs and I'm getting in there, I got ammo for a Godfather picker too. That means both. Maybe I go after someone to try to win, or I try to gut another team to get them to lose. See if it's worth it for them.
I mean, my team, as you go down that list, it's great.
If you're in the championship and someone offered 3 firsts of any vintage.
Have I played the championship yet?
No,
So
you're kind of like you're leading up to the championship.
Yeah.
If I offered you like 3 firsts for a stud that would severely impact your chances of winning, would you do it?
No.
Okay.
I need this. I need this.
And see, I'm looking to put teams in that position.
No one's gonna do that.
You never know. Maybe it works out
And
that
there's
I get some
400
benefit from
what,
that.
$50, $400 on the line, and the fact that you can talk shit for an entire year.
You never
and then
know.
Join the club that we're all on the outside.
Maybe you are ballsy enough to think that you can overcome missing that player and still be on the
Depends
come up.
on who it is. I mean, Russell is gonna die at Porta-John.
I mean, you said that about Tom Brady.
Yeah, but
He's been passed around a few times.
he has been passed. I said that, and then Brady started getting like 9 a week.
Yep.
I mean, Russell's the only one that I can honestly say will die at Porta-John. I drafted Matt Ryan and Brady. That's what it was.
In some of my research, the fact that Julio went for 2 seconds, even when he was still like prime Julio, went for 2 seconds. Juju went for 2 seconds recently.
Yeah, and he's not.
Devontae Freeman went for 3 recently. Josh got straight up hustled. You're going to look back at some of the trades when I tried to acquire him and had mucho regret.
I mean, if you look back at some of the trades that I offered Coop for Jordan Howard, and that Coop didn't take it, is unbelievable.
People are too apprehensive to accept trades.
I know. I'm out here sending. I'm firing.
The only way I got those trades out of Josh is that he offered that. Like, he offered some of those ridiculous prices. Same kind of with Evan. I'll say why. I don't know why you would trade that much for certain players. That
No.
you have enough. Like, in an 8-man league, it's certainly easy enough to, like, not hemorrhage your own picks and be successful.
I agree.
We done yet?
Yeah, we can be done.
Wait, who does she think you are right now?
Daniel Black.